Hello, and welcome to Dolphin's Dive, the weekly strategically minded Handelabra stream hosted by Logic Dolphin. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against those goals are not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra Games on Twitch or Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow me personally at Logic Dolphin on Twitch, Discord, YouTube, or pretty much any avenue. Sentinels of the Multiverse, Sentinels of Earth Prime, Bottom of the Ninth, One Deck Dungeon, One Deck Galaxy, Anne's End, Spirit Island, and Horizons of Spirit Island are all available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices, with the exceptions of One Deck Dungeon, which is also available on Switch, and One Deck Galaxy, which is in early access on Steam. You can find more information on those games at Handelabra.com. But hello, it's me. I'm here. I'm streaming. It's been a while. Now, I do kind of have to admit that, unfortunately, I will not have regular streams moving forward because my schedule has gotten a bit more chaotic with my promotion to manager, and it's just, I'm not guaranteed to be able to have a set night that I can stream on, but I'm still trying to figure out if I want to, do a random stream during the week or only do it on Thursday nights when I am not available and free or whatnot. But yeah, my streams are going to be a bit more chaotic moving forward. I've been off the past couple weeks largely because of my management training, and moving forward I don't necessarily have Thursday nights free. So streams are going to be a bit weird. In fact, I was supposed to be working tonight, but my schedule got changed last minute due to scheduling conflicts, or not conflicts, but there's issues with our crew. Long story short. But I am here tonight in celebration of the Jagged Earth release. And Nezu is here as well. Hello and welcome. Now I have some Steam keys to give away today as well in celebration of Jagged Earth's release. Stay tuned for that. They'll be given out randomly probably. But yeah, this is Jagged Earth, which, to be clear, this is early access of Jagged Earth, sort of. I guess it's not early access per se, but it's a staggered release, which means that not all the Jagged Earth content is in here, but I believe all the power cards are in here, and 2 spirits and boards, but and an adversary as well, I believe. I'm just going to select this. Yeah, Habsburg is here. And we also have Stone's Unyielding Defiance. Not Defense, Defiance. I always want to say Defense. And we also have, what was the other one? Vengeance is a Burning Plague. And my last stream was like ages ago, but we did Habsburg 0. So I guess now I have to do Habsburg 1. And the interesting thing about Habsburg is, well, let's review it, I guess, because it's been a while for me as well. So Habsburg Monarchy Livestock Colony. Additional loss condition, irreparable damage. Track how many blight come off the blight card during ravages that do 8+ damage to the land. If that number ever exceeds players, the invaders win. So since I'm playing with 2 spirits, if we ever have 3 blight that comes from the blight card from 8+ ravages, the invaders win. So it's kind of like Sweden, but slightly different because Sweden just puts an extra blight. Here we are just counting the extra blights. Escalation in stage 2 is seek prime territory. After exploring, on each board with 4 or fewer blight, add a town to a land without towns or blight. On each board with 2 or fewer blight, do so again. So if the island has a lot of blight on it, there's no escalation, which is very difficult to pull off and not lose, especially if you're putting too many blight on the board from this condition. But we do have a spirit that likes to put blight on the island and not actually destroy presence or cascade, which is cool. Migratory Herders is level 1. After the normal build step, in each land matching a build card, gather 1 town from a land not matching a build card in board/land order. So in each land, matching a build card. So it says that specifically because you could have multiple builds in one turn due to events. But for each land that we've after normal build, in each land matching a build, gather a town from a land not matching a build card. So you would do like C3 gather a town, C7 gather a town, D3 gather a town, D6 gather a town. That's my interpretation of that. It says each land gather a town. That's what that means. Which means that they might do more damage, you know. Sphere card distribution is 3-4-3. Just one word, fear card in Terror level 2. And then the later stages have fewer Terror level 3 cards, but that's because stage 2 changes the rules a bit. Hello, Kakio Mott. Hope you are welcome. Kokio, Kaki, I don't know. I realized I don't actually know how to pronounce that. Vengeance is basically Plague Ink the Spirit. Yes. Your actions tree Blight on the island is also being Badlands, but also we could put Blight on the board without taking it from the Blight card. This Stones Annealing defines when Blight is added to one of your lands, you may pay 2 energy per Blight to take it from the box instead of from the Blight card. That's the cool thing about Stone. So yeah, so Stone can put Blight on the board without taking it from the Blight card, which is valuable as it prevents blighting the island. And Vengeance is a Burning Plague, likes Blight as Blight is treated as Badlands, which is a new Jagged Earth concept. Badlands is +1 damage to invaders and Dahan whenever damage is dealt, but not to the land. All right, let's play the game. Exploring the mountains. Stone is basically a big tanky rock who is a wall. Sure. He's rather defiant. So we gather into each mountain after they build. In each land matching the mountains, gather a town from a land not matching a build card. So they don't touch each other's mountains. Basically. I also have a tracker down here, 3 Blight, that we lose the game if we put too many 8+ damage Blights on there. 8+ damage to the land, so Badlands doesn't affect that. Cool. What shall we do? I always want to just click power cards and get more powers, but do we want to do that? I think my analysis of Vengeance was that on turn 1, if you don't take double presence, like you would like 2 card plays usually, right? But you can't really play 2 cards right now. You have 1 energy per turn. Your 2 cards are going to be Fiery Vengeance and Plague Bearers. E2 has a disease. If I put my presence in there, we may let the build happen, removing no disease. We could leave this land diseased, and then we can target it for this effect, which will allow us to push explorers, towns, and Dahan. But there is a city in here, so we'd have to do more to stop that land. We can also... This power adds the disease, but we can't play both of these unless we take millions of energy, which we don't get here. That said, if I do want to put a presence in E2, I can't take this growth because this is range 1. Okay, so yeah, I'd have to take that middle growth, which means I could do top and bottom. And then I could play the 0 energy card and one of the 2s if I so wanted. Skip ravage actions could be valuable. We could use that to stop that ravage next turn. So I'd rather do fetid breath spreads infection. Also, this power takes a destroyed presence and does something with it, but you actually already have a destroyed presence from the setup. One of your presence starts the game already destroyed. That's what this is. So you could use that to do stuff. To do a fear and a damage. Which if I am at E2, that kills the Explorer. If I'm in E5, that kills the Explorer. We'll gather the town from E7 still, though. I mean, this guy's gathering from E7 always. Doesn't have any neighboring towns. If I push the town out of G8, it comes back. But it stops the city. So if we can do something with it, that'd be cool. Alright. Unyielding Defiance. What are you going to do? Defend per Dahan. Dahan and target land cannot be changed. Badlands, push to Dahan, damage to each building, push a town or destroy a town, 2 damage, add Badlands, remove a blight and target land from the game. So you can take blight from not the blight card, but you also can remove blight and not put it on the blight card. Interesting. You deal with blight, weirdly. Oh yeah, and getting you to 2 card plays is rather tricky. You get extra card plays off the energy track. The bottom track is mainly Earth. That's weird. But you're only playing 1 card for this turn. So what card shall that be? Well, if you were to put the defense in G1, Dahan and target land cannot be changed. So that would... I mean, it's defend 2 because it's defend 1 per Dahan. Yeah, and that would be enough defense for G1. So that's easy. That's range 1. We'd have to be in either G2, G6, or G1. We don't have to do that right away. Do you have Sacred Site requirements? This is Sacred Site requirement. Targets a blight land. Also removes the blight from the game. So G5, but there's nothing in there, and E4, but there's nothing in there. So you're not playing that card this turn, is what that means. Now your first growth option provides you with 2 Earth, which is nice because it allows you to do this effect for holding the island fast. But we don't need it this turn. Actually, we don't need either of these because this deals damage based on invaders dealing damage. So we don't need the Earth this turn. I have all these cards private Earth. So as long as you get to 2 card plays, you can do the first innate, but not this innate. Sorry, I'm not really... I'm kind of like just thinking out loud. I'm not really getting anywhere in terms of thoughts. Hello, John. Welcome. Would you like a Steam key to Jagged Earth? I was allowed to give the Steam keys to anyone, so I'm going to give it to the developer. All right, so... if I'm playing this one next turn, and I'm not playing this one because it doesn't do anything. I mean, it puts a battle in this, if nothing else. But damage is cool. We could push a town or destroy a town. And I think, like, we've learned 1 damage to each building and push up to 1 town. This is the joint thing. So you can either destroy 1 town or you could do the first effect. Otherwise, add a Badlands, push up to 2 Dahan. None of those push the town out of G8, so they're putting a city here. Kind of inclined to gain a power card just to see if I could push the town out, but I mean, they're gonna gather the town back is the thing. But it stops the city. Is it worth getting a power card for the chance of stopping a city? Because I'm not sure that I necessarily want to do either of these two. I definitely want to... I'm already in G8. Okay, I definitely want to use this innate next turn, so I will want more energy next turn. But I think we could do the power card this turn. So I'm going to take the power card this turn. And the power card that I have so gotten has no earth on it. I expected nothing, and I'm still disappointed. However, I do have a Gather a Town, which we could use. It has to be range 0. And land without blights. None of these have earth, so this is perfect for get fodder. Yay! Could also do Bat Scout for raids. For each Dahan, 1 damage to Bit Town City. Hits G1, and I don't have to defend that next turn. Which I don't know that I care, because I can defend it that way. I'm gonna take Enticing Splendor. For that to work, I need to grow into G6 or G7. If I put it in G6, actually if I put it in G6, and because this goes in, okay, so this goes in board/land order. Which means that it's going to go E2, E5, G1, G8. Is that the order? So it goes G1, it gathers a town. So it's going to gather the town. So if I put the town in G6, then G1 takes it. Which means that then this is not enough defense. But Dahan won't be damaged or destroyed or removed or replaced or moved. So even if that's not defended and I blight the land, the Dahan don't care. What is this? Stubborn solidity. Yeah, they're definitely stubborn. They would be very stubborn Dahan for sure. And then there would only be a town in G8. The thing is though, Dadhan? Is this the new pronunciation? Dadhan? I have to say Dadhan now? Stubborn like a dad. Fair enough. If I put it in G7, it gathers back in the G8, but like my plan was to prevent the blight from coming from the blight card. Not preventing the blight period, but just putting it from the box. And whenever blight is added to one of your lands, unless the blight outnumbers your presence, it does not cascade or destroy a presence. I mean, I could also just not use my innate there or something, and then the blight's like it doesn't destroy my presence. I'm still there, but I'd rather maximize the blight on the board, right? We want blight. Actually, if we want blight because we would like to get to 4, so that we don't worry about the escalation, maybe I do want the town in G1. Because then this blights, but the Dahan are stubborn, and then this blights, but it comes from the box. And then we have 3 blight on this board. Considering I'm playing with spirits that love blight, I think I want that. So I'm going to do that then. So I'm going to put the presence there. Then I'm going to gather the town into there. Yay. Alright, now board E. If I wanted to grow into E2 so that I could leave the disease there, then I need to do the middle growth option because I don't have range. I'm not getting 1 fear or 1 fire 3 animal this turn, right? So I'm not getting this innate. Savage Revenge. I'm not getting 3 fire this turn, so I'm not getting that innate. Skip Ravage actions. Could do it next turn. 1 fear, 1 damage. So if I damage E5, it's still going to gather the town from E7. It's not going to gather the town from E2 because that is a mountain. We could push an explorer in a town out of E2. Or no. Push 2 explorers or a town. I can't do both. I don't have an immediate blight failsafe for E5. I'm definitely putting a presence here. Definitely going to 2 card plays at least. Actually, I could get 3 fire if I do this. And I take 0 energy, and then I'm playing these 2 cards. Which... those are 2 powers I could use this turn. It gives me an animal. It gives me 3 fire. I do 1 damage. 1 damage is paltry. Paltry. I'll just take some energy then. And I want to go into disease, or yeah, disease lands. I want to go in G2. So I am. No, I was doing these, I guess. Or no, is there going to go in E5 to kill the Explorer? Was that my thought? I could just kill the Explorer in E2. I mean... I guess I want to have destroyed presence so I can use this power again. Considering that Stone's Unyielding Defiance does not like to have destroyed presence because he just lets blight happen and doesn't care. So I shouldn't say he doesn't like destroyed presence, more like he's less likely to have destroyed presence than a standard spirit. Whatever, I'll just kill the Explorer in E2. It's not going to do much in E5 anyway. All right, turn 1, down. Gather town. Do thing. Build. I'll allow it. Yeah, so they did E5 and then G1. Exploring the jungles. Okay. I can push disease with this. But I want the disease to stay here so that we skip this ravage action, or do I want to push it in here to save the Dahan? Sacrifice this presence. But then I have destroyed presence again. And then there's Badlands. Or Blight. Which is pseudo Badlands for me. If I want the disease to be an E5, then I need to push something. Another thing to bear in mind is that even if I skip this ravage, they're going to gather the town in E7 and then E3, or rather E3 and then E7. So if I don't, like, this is always getting a town and this is always getting a town. It's really weird. Towns are very mobile. Sure would be nice if I could destroy them. Sure would be. I can't have 3 animals next turn. 1 damage per disease. That's not a lot. But if it were in a blighted land, it'd be +1 damage. Yep. I'm gonna try to save this Dahan. All right. So now for stone. I'm at range 1 for this power. If I put my presence in here, though, my presence doesn't get destroyed. If I put my presence over here, then Vengeance's presence doesn't get destroyed either. Do I want sacred sites for this power? Presence getting destroyed is good. Yeah, so I don't need to worry about this guy. But can we somehow gather a blight into a jungle? I don't think so. And they're also going to gather... If I gather the G8 town in the G6, then G7 doesn't have a town gather, which is nice. So if I actually kill this guy, then that build doesn't do anything, which is good. This is a really interesting take on, like, builds still happen even if there's nothing in there. It's different than England, different than France as well. I like it. I mean, we could just destroy the town in there anyway, so I don't necessarily need to kill the explorer. Cool. Habsburg is more of a town party than France. See, France is like a town party, but once too many drunks show up, the cops come. So it's not really a good party, right? And yeah, once we get to level 2, they don't build cities that many times. If they build in an inland land, they instead build 2 towns. There's not going to be many cities except 4 along the coast. And then they gather more towns during builds inland. Yes. All right. So we can get you to 2-car plays. One of them, Stubborn Solidity. The other is Plow Shatter. And I want to have energy so that I can take Blight from the box instead of from the Blight card. So I need to take Middle Growth. So where do I want my presence? That is the question. I want to grow far and wide. I want to grow onto board E. I took the wrong growth. Wait. Oh. Okay, I was like, what? I forgot about this rule. The first time you can cover each of your +1 card play presence spaces, gain a minor power. Yay! I gained a minor power anyway! And there's no earth on here! Yay! I do want earth this turn though. I need 2 earths. And it's this weird effect because like the presence isn't even an E3 yet. Like I grew, but it's not there because I'm taking the minor power first. The first time you uncover the space, gain a minor power. So I guess uncovering is different than placing. Anyway. Yeah, there's no earth here. There's an animal here. You're not the one that cares about animals. You don't really care about many elements other than earth. Plant eventually, sun maybe. So just take your pick, I guess. More forget fodder. Yay. Targets not wetlands. Pay an energy to make this power fast. That would kill the guy at G7, but I wanted my earth stuff. The rest of these are slow. Twilight fog. Actually, Dahan cannot be changed, so we don't push the Dahan and the remaining Dahan don't take damage. That's an interesting combo. That basically says Twilight fog adds a strife. Add a strife fast in any land, right, John? Fast range 1 any land. Or no, I guess it's the Gather Explore Town is the one that I'm thinking of. The one that John always confuses. Well, I'm just gonna click this one. Because I can. Now... Terror turns to madness is also a great fast power that does things. Yeah, isn't this such a great fast power? I'm sure there's an FAQ on this. If the 3 fear on tier level 1 puts you in tier level 2, do you then do this text as well? I feel like no. I feel like the text is set once you use the power. FAQ says no, it's a 3-way conditional. You check the tier level at the time you reach the first of the lines. Fair enough. I was slightly hoping for this to be like a, that is the one FAQ for that part. I was slightly hoping for it to be like the, I mean, I understand it makes sense, but I was slightly hoping for it to be like the naturalist, where it's like, if you're the gazelle, you do this. If you're the crocodile, you do this. But if you're both, you get to do both. Yay! Especially if the first uses a power that then turns you into a gazelle or something, right? Then you get to do the gazelle thing. So we're skipping the ravage in one of the lands. We could just add a disease. But if I do this twice, and I don't get to 3 card plays, then I don't have to reclaim for 2 more turns. And the big rule to understand in Spirit Island is NBR. Never be reclaiming. Oh look, there's Earth. Oh goody. Steam vents. Steam vents. Stone would have loved steam vents. Gather up to a Dahan, then if Dahan are present, either defend 1 per Dahan or... Okay, so this or goes here. So defend 1 per Dahan, or after invaders are added or moved to target land, 1 damage to each added or moved invader. Stone is like, what if Vital Strength also had 1,000,000 energy in card plays? I mean, doesn't Vital Strength also get 1,000,000 energy and 4 card plays? 5? No, 1 1 2 2 3 4, right? Stone gives them, yeah. I mean, yeah. This is the card play and energy track. This is the Earth track. I get it. I get it. I get it. So what are you looking for? Fire animal. There's no animals. You like some water, some air sometimes. So this gives you water. So am I taking steam vents? I don't think steam fence is that good if the gathered town still happens though. Shadows of the Burning Forest actually is pretty good for this turn because you can push and explore into town. So like steam fence is that good. I'm gonna take this because it's free. And I do want to grow. If I'm playing the outside ones, I get 3 animals, so I can do damage per disease. Which wasn't really that good. But if I take the fire, then I can do 1 damage. Which oddly is also not that good. So I could do 1 damage or I could do 1 damage. I I'm gonna take the fire, I think. And this is range 1. I'm gonna go in E7. Wait, I didn't play the right one. Ah! Buttons. Oh, this one... This one doesn't have fire on it. Interesting. Interesting. So if I'm doing this one, I can push the guys out of E whatever. And I can do 1 damage. Is not enough to kill everything in that land. Okay. On the other hand, over here, we're playing 2 earth cards. One of which is this one, and the other one is probably this one. Okay. So hold the island fast with the bulwark of will. Oh, I could have actually grown in the G1 and paid 2 energy twice. Oh well, it's fine. We can take a blight from the blight card. That's what the blight card is for. It's a source of blight. And we'll take a look at the event card after this giveaway. What? Giveaway? Hello to all of you chatters watching in Chatland. How many of you would like to have a Steam code for Jagged Earth? Raise your hand now if you would like to participate in this activity. Don't you all go at once. Me. Come on, there's people in chat. I know there's people in chat. I see chatters. Nezu was here. Kokiyamat was here. Gracie Paws already bought it. You know what's great? You can give it to a friend. Chalk also already bought it. Well, guess what? You can get a second Steam account and then play it on that one as well. Fair enough, though. But it doesn't have to be for you. As I said, you can send it to a friend or a loved one. And the nice thing about this game is multiplayer exists. But all right. Logic, want to play multiplayer? Yeah, I'll just open up this lobby for you to join in, and you can sit and watch or something. I don't know. All right, resourceful populace. For the rest of this turn, after an action destroys one or more buildings, add a town to an adjacent land. Yikes. Virulence among close packed homes. On each board, add disease to the inland land with the most buildings. Disease? Disease? Offerings of story and season. Each spirit with at least 3 Dahan among all its lands gains 1 energy and may reclaim 1 card. So for the rest of this turn, after an action destroys 1 or more buildings, add a town to an adjacent land. So this is going to put a town in an adjacent land, and this is going to put a town in an adjacent land. And this one as well? Or is it just pushing? Add disease to the inland land with the most buildings. So disease... There's no choice here. There's no choice there. Each spirit with at least 3 Dahan among all its lands gains 1 energy and may reclaim 1 card. Beautiful. Let me put it in a neighboring land, and it's not going to be G6. Pay energy. Oh no, my presence was destroyed. Oh yeah, there's also the rule that my destroyed presence adds a disease. Aha! Plot twist. And then if I gather this town, then this one doesn't have a gather. How do I make this a URL? There we go. Or wait, no, wait. No, that's not the URL. Wait. Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. So I destroy this town. I could push it as well. It'll do basically the same thing except I get 1 less fear, so I might as well just kill it. Unless, but I don't have a thing at range 1. Okay. They're building in sands. This guy already has a lot of neighboring towns though. This guy has this neighboring town. This guy has this neighboring towns. Yeah, so it's going to be kind of hard to stop the towns here. Let's put it in the land with... Not the sands, because they're building there. Put it there. It has disease. It has strife. Vengeance is happy. Then... Bam. And... Go into land with double disease. And if I push into this land, this guy doesn't have a town to gather from, which is cool. Yeah, there's the rule. When your presence is destroyed by anything except a spirit action, add a disease where each destroyed presence was. That's why we have the disease there. All these nice rules. Okay. Jungle Ravage. So this one's good. This one is eyes, but if I let it happen, it won't destroy my presence, and there will be 4 blight on that board, but it has to be more than 4, right? Yeah, 4 or fewer. So in fact, I would like for there to be. But this adds a town to a land without towns or blight, and there's a lot, so might not actually matter. This board has 2 or fewer. We'd like it to be yeah, so we want 3. Yeah. So one of these ravages needs to happen. This one's already okay because it doesn't destroy presence. This one, yeah. So it's gonna be 2 energy, or if I play, ooh, I can make it cost 1 energy. I could do the first growth option. It's the reclaim all action, but I still place presence. And that's the important thing. But it gets me 2 more earth. And I play 2 cards that have earth on them. I get to 4 earth, so it costs only 1 energy. Or I could not do that. Because it only goes into mountains or land with presence. Which is not helpful for Jungle Ravage. I mean, I would like to grow here is really the consideration. I could do that with the middle growth option. If the presence then outnumbers... Unless the blight then outnumbers your presence, it does not cascade or destroy presence yours or others is. So this would save the vengeance presence. Which vengeance presence is fine to be destroyed. Because we can do stuff with it. We can put a disease down, for instance. But that is a thought. In any case, you're gaining a power card. So I'm gonna click you first, and maybe we'll get elements lining up for once. Oh. It's the thing. It's the thing. It's the replacement for the 1 power. Free Steam keys. Yay, someone chatted and asked about free Steam keys. So 10 minutes ago I said if anyone would like a Steam key, raise your hand. And then no one raised their hand and I was sad. But because you are a person, you get a Steam key. Congratulations. Isn't this a great giveaway? Isn't this great? So I'm going to send you a whisper. If I remember how to do whispers. Is this a Steam key for the base game or for Jagged Earth? I believe it's for Jagged Earth. Okay, if you can I have no idea how to pronounce the name. Glepnir Ascend. If you can send me a whisper because you have turned on block whispers from strangers in your privacy settings. I might also have the same setting, I'll be honest. I don't know. No, I don't. So yeah, send me a whisper. I'll respond back with the Steam key. Is there a second one around? Maybe. You have to stay and watch. Yes, there is. Anyway, back to this for now. So... Again, we want fire, animal, 2 fires, 1 animal. Alternatively, we would like some water or some air. This has water. These 3 have water. This one has air. Stone's Unyielding Defiance is one of my favorite spirits out of like a dozen or so favorite spirits. True. All the spirits are good. One fear, isolate, defend 2. 1 Dahan does not participate in Ravage. So if this land is isolated, it's not a source of invaders. It also can't, like, invaders can't gather or push from there. And we can gather or push if we so desire, but the invaders can't. Which means that, like, gathering into E1 or E6 doesn't work. Like, we could isolate E7 and it defends that land. Or we isolate E1 and then it doesn't gather a town after the build, or we isolate E6 and it doesn't gather the town. Which is pretty good, not gonna lie. Our sacred site. We're doing this growth, so we can do a sacred site. Actually, we already have a sacred site. Sacred site range 1 we already have. Thing is, though, we can't really do anything with fire this turn. If I take an animal card, I can do this threshold. Which also doesn't really do that much. But like if I take this, then I hit it. And I can defend 5 in E7 anyway. I'll also be at range 1 for whatever it's worth. I guess the thing is, this is not putting a blight down, but it's not defended. Sorry, I'm like scatterbrained right now. So how big of a concern is this? If I destroy a presence, it's okay. Putting the extra blight is fine. Yeah, so we want that to blight. We actually want it to blight. And losing a presence is okay. It puts a disease down as well. But if I defend this land, it doesn't put a blight down. But it does preserve the Dahan, which then retaliate. And hitting this one damages things and land with disease. If I can get into G8 or target G8 with that. This is range 1. And I'm very far from that land. Or no, I'm over here. Okay. No, I can actually hit that land then. And I can grow into G6, which will put a blight down. Wait. Hold on. This is fast, right? Yeah. So this has blight, so it's badlands. So I can kill that town. Then there won't be a gather into G7. Okay. So I'm gonna take this and put the presence over here. And then I do 2 damage there, kills the town. I defend there. And then I also have this. So I'm only going to need to spend energy for 1 land as stone, so I don't really need to do the reclaim thing to spend energy cheaply. Sands build. This might need to be a sacred site down the road. Has this giveaway already occurred? Giveaway number 1 has, almost. The person that I'm giving it to. Still need to give the key to. But, giveaway number 2 is down the road. And there's 2 contenders now. Okay, so if I put a sacred site in G5 by next turn, then this blight doesn't cascade. Putting some defense in these lands would be nice. You know, all of these things push the Han away from the land that I want them to be in. That's rude. But we can make it work. This also doesn't have any stone on it. So, or earth rather. So, do I want power card or do I want energy? I'm probably playing the 2 earth cards right now, but this one... it removes the blight from G5, which I don't really want to have happen. Although that said, there'll be 4 blight on this board. We need 5 for it to actually do something. So maybe that's okay. I'm just going to take a power. I'm going to do it. We have earths down here. Yay. Target spirit gains either 2 energy or 2 of a single element. If you target another spirit, you gain an element of your choice. That is pretty cool. Double elements. If I were to give it to Vengeance, you would actually hit this threshold. Is that important for this turn? Probably not. I mean, I guess you could do the damage in here. There'll be a blight there, and so it's a Badlands. So you deal 2 damage. So it's a thought. I could just take an earth directly down here. Beasts, defend 4. Gather Dahan. Gather town, ravage becomes build. I'm just gonna take Gift of Nature's Connection because that seems fun. Because why the heck not? Let's... I'm gonna get to 3 card plays before I start doing bottom track, I think. After invaders deal 1 or more damage to target land, 2 damage. Maybe I want this turn, actually. As we could retaliate in one of these lands. Grow there. Play one of the earths. This one probably. I didn't do the sacred site, so it's going to be this one then. Okay. And then you can take 2 fire. And I can take an Earth. Hold the island fast. Let them break themselves. Kind of tempted to do it here for extra stuff. I don't need to. This one's not doing that much. Oh, no, we said we're going to do it here. Right. We're going to do it there. So the Dahan in here will kill both towns, but not the Explorer. So I guess I might as well do it here so it does like an extra town kill. All right. We also have a fear card. Harvest Bounty, Harvest Dust. If the island is healthy, on each board, choose a land with buildings, ravage there. Okay. On each board, destroy 2 explorers among lands with beasts. In each land with 3 or more Dahan, 2 damage, and defend 2. We don't have that, I don't think. Choose a land with buildings, ravage. I mean, we could just ravage here. Slightly awkward. I guess we could do G2. Because, like, this is going to super cascade. If I hit that one. This is already blighted. And this will blight and kill the Dahan, so I do this one. I mean, like, there's already ravaging, but, I mean, the others are bad. And then here, if I do G6... I mean, I can do 2 damage a second time, interestingly. If I do this land, the second one will cascade. But I get another instance of let them break. The cascade would have to go into here for it to not do another cascade, and that would kill both of the vengeance presences, is the downside. Destroy 2 explorers among lands with beasts. Yeah, so there's not a recourse for this remaining town unless the fear card does something, which is unlikely. So I think I just do it here. Because, like, if this cascade goes in here, it's the same effect, basically. On each board, destroy 2 explorers among lands with beasts. So there's only 2 beasts and 1 explorer per land, so yeah. And none of those exist. Unforeseen circumstances. Experience all of the 30 events in Jagged Earth. Wow. In each land with town, destroy 1 explorer per town. That'll show them. Okay, 1 blight left on the card. More disease on that board. And now the gathers. If I gather this town, then this gather doesn't happen. And the others were forced. Interesting. Wetlands with escalation. And they don't see E8. Yay. Now, if I put the town here, then after the build, they gather that town. So this has to go here. And then this board had no valid targets? Oh, because there's 5 blight. Oh, ha ha ha. There's 5 blight on the board, so we didn't do it on that board. Ha ha. Success. Speaking of success, who would like to succeed in the Steam Key giveaway?
Yes! Yes!
key. Did Gorgon also want to participate? Now's your chance. Mr. Gorgon or Miss Gorgon or Ms. Gorgon or Person Gorgon? No? Nothing? Congratulations, Snakebird Priestess. You have won the Steam Key. Isn't it amazing? It was a harrowing contest, but you prevailed. Alright, I have whispered you the Steam Key. Congratulations. May your Jagged Earth experiences be amazing. Alright. Congrats, it was a close one. If only there was another contest down the road for all of the runner-ups in the first, second ones. If only. There are no valid target lands within range. Oh, that's awkward. Because it was going to be in G2 and then that presence got destroyed. You're getting errors when whispering me. Can I try to whisper you? Aha, now I can actually whisper you because before it said I couldn't. Now I can, so I will. So I have sent you the key as well. That was from the first giveaway. Before someone's like, what? Okay, so this power, this power rather, we can't ever make that work, which is unfortunate. Fear disease, Badlands push to Dahan. So if we don't have defense for G3, then we would like to not have the Dahan die, I guess. And we needed to put the Sacred Site in G5 for next turn, so that doesn't cascade. That's fine. Wetlands build. So this should go here, right? I could still let the build happen, and it will just generate a fear instead, which is fine. And then I want to maybe make this guy survive. So let's take this Dahan, and I don't want to put it in Vengeance's land because Epidemics hits the Dahan. So let's just throw it in the wetlands, or that wetlands, because it makes the Dahan more resilient to being converted into towns. That's my thought, and I'm sticking to it. So this is a reclaim for Vengeance. I did reclaim. 6 energy is a lot of energy, isn't it? And we definitely have a power we can forget, right? Because there's like one turn that we didn't get a fire or an animal. Did we? I don't think that's true. I think it was Stone that has those powers, actually. Still could be a valid major, though. Do we have a solution for E1? Defend 5. We don't have the presence at range, though. So that won't work. So we need something at range 2 that hits E1 if we want to not blight E1, or if we do, then we have to accept that it's going to be a blighted island. I'm going to take a miner. There's certainly enough defend powers at range, right? Narrator, there were no defend powers at range. This has fire and animal on it. And it's damage per Dahan. I like that one a lot. Elemental boon. I feel like stone is probably the spirit that never wants elemental boon. Because all you want is earth. And sometimes other things, but mainly earth. Removing a blight seems bad. So it's called a bloodshed because it checks all the boxes. Stone. We could forget enticing splendor. This is a turn where we're going to pay lots of energy for... No, we're spending 4 energy if I do this with just the first level. But if I take another earth and I gain an earth card, then I spend 1 energy without having to worry about it. So let's see, I'm at 8 energy, minus 2 is 6. And assuming that I can spend the 1 energy, then that's... I'll have 4 left over, so I can gain a major that's earth and spends 4 energy. I'm gonna do that. These don't have earth on them. I regret all of my decisions in life. Alright. Plus 2 range with all powers, though. Would help hitting E1. And if I play this one, it's completely foregoing the earth. Which, I mean, if I could still gain the earth down there and be at 2, spend a 4 energy, because this is a really cheap one. But if I flow like water, yeah, and I play this one, then I have all of the waters, all of the airs, so you can gather 2 cities and 2 blights. Push one of their presence to an adjacent land, bringing 2 explorers, 2 towns, 2 Dahan, 2 cities, 2 blight. That's rather interesting. And of course, Vengeance is not in a good spot for that. Only E4 seems to be valid. Which is tragic. So what about the other ones? Vanish softly away, forgotten by all. Remove 1 explorer and 1 explorer town. Or sorry, remove 1 invader and 1 explorer town. Or remove all damaged invaders. Adversary and scenario rules that prevent or alter removal do not affect this power. 3 air and 3 moon. In any 2 lands with 4 or more invaders, remove 1 invader. Just any 2 lands. Any 2 lands on the island. Wow. The Wounded Wild turns on its assailants. Add 2 Badlands, gather up to 2 beasts, 1 damage per blight, beasts, wilds. If you have 2 fire, 3 plant, 2 animal, 2 fear per invader destroyed by this power, max 8 fear. I'm gonna take this one. I'm so glad I have the threshold on it. I'm going to lose Enticing Splendor. Going to make the Sacred Site. And now with 0 earth in my plays, I still have 2 earths. I am permanently holding the island fast. Yeah, plus 2 range for all your powers is rather interesting. So we can provide a defense in E1 if so desired. Could do 1 damage. Oh, but it's in target spirit's land, so it actually doesn't work. Skip ravage actions. Doesn't work. Just finished your first Jagged Earth game. Yay! Congratulations. I am proud of you. I knew you could do it. There's gonna be... There's 2 diseases in here. There's gonna be a blight in there. There's also a Dahan. But with the blight, can I maybe do something with this? I don't think so. I'm playing that one. So yeah, if I want to do like super damage in E5, I'm gonna have to sacrifice the Dahan. I have a destroy presence, right? So I can't actually use this in E5. It will kill a town. I don't know if it's worth the effort though, because like there's so many towns around E4 that trying to kill everything in E5 doesn't really make sense to me. I can move disease with this though. Maybe I just do that. Or maybe I play the thing that doesn't really have good elements for me, which is actually none of these. Mountain jungle. I mean, there are things in mountain jungle. I'll play that one. Not hitting any of my elements this turn, I guess. It's just one presence? Okay. In each land with at least 2 explorers, push an explorer to an adjacent land without invaders. Push on each board, push a beast to an adjacent land with no blight. It deals 1 damage there. During Ravage in every land, to fund 1 per Dahan. Okay. No lands. It deals 1 damage. When you say it, does that mean it's affected by Badlands? So if I push here, it's 2 damage. Aha! Sucker. That was the only one. Wait. I'm confused. Oh, because there's no valid targets for this one. Okay. I was like, why didn't it ask for that board? It's because this beast is neighboring all the blighted lands. So it can't actually, it has no valid target. And then defend 1 per Dahan. And then you ravage. And you're asking because you think you're cascading, but you're not. Building in the wetlands. Why are you asking here? On a board with your presence. Oh, okay. So you don't have to actually be in the land. Okay, fair enough. I'll allow it. Gather. I'll take for that one. This one doesn't really matter. I guess it sort of mattered slightly. They're exploring mountains. Okay, so these mountains will always have neighboring towns. These ones only have this one right now, but that's probably going to change. Or did it? Oh, right, no, right, because there's 5 blight, so it doesn't do the thing. Actually, there's 6 blight now. So they don't do the escalation here. That's really good. So if I get rid of the town in G5, they don't gather the town there, but there's still crap going on there. Mountain jungle, blah, blah, blah. And you have plus range. But it's... Oh, you do have range there. Okay. Because you're there, right? Strife, push Dahan, remaining Dahan, blah, blah, blah. Plus the wetlands ravage. G2 is not a good time right now. No siree, Bob. Although we do have the means of preventing it. So, okay. So skip the ravage in G2 seems like a good idea. I don't have range to that guy, right? I do. Okay. So that, like, stops that ravage if I want. I could instead do it in G4, but there will only be one Dahan in there. And still a city and an explorer. Or sorry, a town and an explorer. I don't know words. Words are hard. I'm gonna push these guys out for no real good reason other than I don't know where else to put it. Okay, but this is fine. This will be stopped. This presumably is a stone presence. You're getting to reclaim 1. Interesting. How many energies do we have to spend on ravages this turn? Just 2? Or 1 if we do this. We have a sacred site, so we can remove blight. If we so want. I want to work up to +1 card play rather than get the reclaim 1. Although if I keep going this way, I get to another card play in 3 turns, whereas here it's 2 turns. Maybe I just stay on the bottom track. Maybe. I'll take a minor this time. This has earth, this has earth. Target spirit provides defend 2 in each of its lands. Choose a type of token from Badlands, Beasts, Disease, Strife, Wilds that exists in an adjacent land. Choosing Disease costs 1 energy. Add 1 of that type of token to target land. Okay. If I reclaim one, I can reclaim Stubborn Solidity. And then I can just leave the guys in here. I don't need to defend. The Dahan will do good things. And we could put a Badlands in there and the Dahan will retaliate. I like that. I have to be in that land so I don't lose on stuff, I guess. So now, after invaders deal 1 or more damage to target land, 2 damage. Also deal half of the damage invaders did to the land. Oh. Deal half the damage the invaders did. Which is interesting, although it's only going in G4 this turn, so it's not super helpful. We're also 1 off from when an event or blight card directly destroys presence, not by adding blight. You may prevent any number of presents from being destroyed by paying 1 energy each. Well, that's probably not happening this turn. Even if I had the elements, it's not likely to happen, I think. Could be wrong. We can get the 3 card plays if I just go middle. I kind of want to accelerate that. Seems like a good idea. So presence will land with town, city, or blight. There's certainly lots of those. Also, it would be nice to be able to move the Dahan out of E5 before I do this action, but we don't have that. Yeah, I'm gonna do middle growth to get to 3 card plays. And this one's range 0, right? So I want to make sure that one of them is E2. And then the other one, let's say it's this land. We wanted to skip the actions in G2. There's not many Dahan in these lands. Hey, Licky, welcome. So you can get this with 2 more fires. If I play a water and 2 animals, then I get plus damage per disease. So if I do this, I get +2, I get 2 damage per disease. I get 3 damage. This is my big damage turn. How's Jagged Earth? It's pretty good. I like it. Have you played Jagged Earth yet? Currently, it's these 2 spirits and the powers, and Habsburg. At least I think Habsburg's in this thing. I'll be entirely honest, I've not been paying that much attention. You're working on it? Would you like a Steam key? What do you mean? There's another Steam key to give away? What? What? I guess that's good. And then we could put the Badlands there. Although I don't have to do Badlands. And it doesn't have to be there, because like I could just use this here, because that's the only valid land for that, and that will take care of that land. So yeah, Steam key for Jagged Earth. Also might as well use this on myself. So we can add a token that exists in an adjacent land. So I can put disease here. Spends an energy. But I can put disease there. And then you have it. Could also put disease to make this stronger for whatever reason. Also, that was going there, right? Yeah. If I were to use this power here, which now that I've gotten the +2 damage is kind of a waste. Oh, there's that town there. Never mind. I still see it. Can I actually have used it here? It's 2 disease plus blight, so it's 5 damage. But there's still a lot of buildings there, so I'm actually okay using it here, honestly, because it's a lot of damage. Like, I feel like these are a waste to just use them on. That's technically Jagged Earth. Just not on digital. Oh, hamburger. Oh, I see. You played hamburger. No, it's Habsburg. No, I know. Okay, so I could have actually made that plus damage if I wanted. If I have doing a Badlands or disease before I did that. I don't know that it matters because it just would have killed the Explorer extra. It would be nice if I could add a Dahan, honestly, but I understand thematically it's tokens. This says hazards. Badlands is a hazard, Beasts is a hazard, Disease is a hazard, Strife is a hazard, Wilds is a hazard? I guess. I don't really see the purpose in putting Strife anywhere. There's no wilds on the board. I don't think Beasts is one. We've emptied this board of Beasts, but we want that so we can add it from events. I don't know that we want the Stonks. So it's either Badlands or Disease, which for Vengeance is about equivalent. I think I'm gonna put Badlands down. I kind of want to do it in G2, which means I want to actually backtrack then, so I actually do something better with epidemics. So, all right. All living things do things. On a coastal land, on each board, move a town 1 or 2 lands inland. On each board, choose a land with disease, and that land 2 damage to invaders and 2 damage to Dahan. During Ravage, in every land, defend 1 per Dahan. I'm pretty happy with these things. Move a town 1 or 2 lands inland. Mountain build. None of the coastal mountains have towns. Is there a way to prevent a town from being seen? If I move this town, then it's not going to be gathered into G1. And I'm okay with that. And I'm not okay with that. I could put it in G4. It's actually really good. Because we had that extra damage happening. I think I can do the same here. So there's 9 damage. 7 is to the land. I guess we should be careful it's not 8, but it's 7 damage. The blight is coming from the box because of holding the island fast. So that's okay. And it's not destroying my presence, but they're doing 7 damage. And I'm dealing 2 plus half of 7 rounding down, so 3. Plus the Dahan deal 4. So it actually kills everything in G4. That's pretty sick. I choose a land with disease. In that land, 2 damage to invaders and 2 damage to Dahan. While... there's a lot of valid targets because there's a lot of disease. Weird. This one is going to be this one. Actually stops the build without needing... Well, actually, I guess we lose a fear by doing that, actually, but... It's okay. On this board, though, if I do it here, it kills the Dahan. If I do it here, we were already going to do Savage Revenge there, probably, but now it kills everything? Yeah. Except for the town they gather. So never mind. Also, there's 2 more defend here, so actually I think, yeah, okay. Skip all build actions and lands with cities. Okay. Take from box. And yeah, it's not actually as much damage as I thought it was. But we can still kill the towns. Because the extra 2 defend actually meant that they did 5 damage, and so I only dealt 2 damage back. Tragedy. I will allow the build. Let's gather this guy. Because why not? Coastal Explorer? No escalation. Who would like a Steam code for Jagged Earth? Raise your hand. I have 1 left. Gorgo? Wow. Stone was fast. Interesting. Okay, Call to Bloodshed. There's 1 blight in there, so it's actually 2 damage. So we could push 2 towns out of E5. Could also push diseases. I can actually use Call to Bloodshed to get this Dahan out, and then I can... Actually, it doesn't matter because that's not the one that damages Dahan. Oh well. There's a lot of mountains here that I have to consider. I could use Plague Bearers here to get rid of that town, I guess. This is just not going to do too much anywhere. I could do it here to kill the town, but there's still 3 explorers. Doing it here for 2 damage. Actually, no, there's 3 damage there because there's 1 blight and there's 1 blight there. That's 3 damage, but it's really 4. I think it's still better to use this here. Especially because we partially damaged the city, so we absolutely would like to do that. And it means that land is safe pending the event. You don't have a claim. So I'm not sure what we're going to do about that land. I feel like Call to Bloodshed here is pretty good. I feel like Plague Bearers here is pretty good. And sure, we'll move the disease. Alright, so Gorgo and Licky both raised their hand, which means we have our very first competition. So, it is a duel. You'll each be handed a pistol, and on the count of 3, you'll count out 10 paces in either direction, and then on 3, you'll turn around and fire. Feel like that's fair. Nah. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Whoever is closest wins it. The Pycros is in. Dual disc. Duel. I will play my Blue Eyes White Dragon. No, we're not playing Price is Right rules. I don't. It's okay if you go over. Gorgo says 3 and the Pycro says 4. Licky says 6. How foolish of you guys to think that I chose an integer. I chose pi, which is 3.14. Therefore, Gorgo wins. All right, Gorgo. You have been whispered. And that is all the Steam keys I got, so thank you for participating. And now let's finish off this game. Island has not blighted yet, which means we're doing really good. Even though there's a million blight on the board. Because I placed a lot of blight out of my own recollection. Kind of want to gain a major on Vengeance this turn. You have 4 energy to spare, plus 1 if we take this option. So I think I will. Dream of the untouched land. Ooh, can we do this? I don't think we can. Especially because I don't have enough energy for that. But actually, no, we're getting energy here. But we need 3 moons, and we currently have no moons. 2 waters, 3 earths, 2 plants. Yeah, you don't have earths on this card or this card. What does that do? Well, it removes up to 3 blight and up to 3 health worth of invaders, but max once per game if you have 3 moon, 2 water, 3 earth, 2 plant. Add a random new island board next to target board. Ignore its setup icons. Add 2 beasts, 2 wilds, 2 badlands, and up to 2 presents from any spirits anywhere on it. From now on, build cards and each board / each land adversary actions skip 1 board. So like if I have the threshold and I target this land, then we add a random board somewhere. I don't know if we get to choose where. But we will have 3 boards for 2 spirits. But when the invaders explore, they explore only 2 of the boards. Or rather build, sorry. They explore 3 of the boards, but they only build on 2 of them. Okay. The opposite of cast out, yeah. You also can unlock the gates. You want to see what happens if you trigger Dream and then cast down in single player? That is interesting. That is an interesting question. I don't know the answer. You can't hit the threshold on that. You don't have moons. You don't have moons or... Oh, you have an innate animal. So if you were handed a moon... If you were handed a moon, we could do this one. But this targets lands without blights. Like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what a land without blight is. Also, why would I remove blight? That's stupid. Why did he remove blight from the island? Is he stupid? So I think it's just unlock the gates and we just throw major powers everywhere for fun, I guess. And let's lose this one. Was casting down the entire island a loss condition? I think it's considered a sacrifice victory, which means it's a victory. Sacrifice victory means you lose at the same time as you win. But I mean, it's still a win for statistics and stuff. It's considered a sacrifice victory because there's no presence from at least one spirit. But you still win the game, right? Like, I think if there's an action that kills invaders but also kills all of your presence, it counts as a sacrifice victory. Or if you blight, if you put too many blight to remove them from the blight card, and you would normally lose that way, but you also kill all invaders, then you win. So yeah. It does say remove up to 3 blight, so you can choose 0. Yeah. It does say up to, yes. True. Unless this is Sentinels and you're playing Fanatic, Sacrosanct Martyrs, up to 5 damage, you do have to deal at least 1 damage. Where do I want my presence? This power is range 0. Did we ever figure out what we're doing here? I don't think we did. That's going to be flow like water to remove the blight. That's an interesting thought. Oh, you're getting an any now. Wow. What does that do? Nothing. Also, flow like water doesn't work because you're not going to have the elements for it to remove the blight. Right? Yeah, air, water, you don't have that. Unless I take a power card, but then I'm not growing. Well, okay. Hold on. If I can move the blight, then... I don't know. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. let's ignore it. 'Tis foolish. We'll figure it out. I want to grow here. So I have this, but base. Yeah, if I get another animal, then I kill the city and the town in here. 2 damage per disease. There's 2 disease, so 4 damage plus the blight counting as a Badlands for vengeance is 5, so it kills everything in there except for the explorer. No, because there's 2 towns. There's a town hiding behind the question mark. Rude. Well, in any case, if we had a sacred site at range 2, we could put a strife. Oh, but there's no neighboring strife. We can't do that. Probably just take a major. You need moon earth plant. We already saw elemental boons, so we're not going to get it anytime soon. I'm gonna take a major, I think. Well, I'm spending 2 energy on this one maybe, but I don't know. I'm gonna take major. I'm taking major and you can't stop me. Oh, 1 damage to each invader. That's perfect. Add 1 presence in target land even if you normally could not due to land type. That defends that land. That solves that problem. Yay. We did it. We solved it. Okay. So mountains ravage. This one's probably going to be taken care of with Epidemic or something. Or a Fiery Vengeance. Destroyed presence. You have none. Actually, no, you don't have range to G1 then. That's okay. That's fine. Where do we want to use this one? E2? We have a Reclaim 1. So I don't have to use this. This needs 2 sun. It provides fear, but also skips invader actions. But maybe I want the invader action to happen because Dahan retaliate. What do I want? I guess if you get 2 fire, you get millions of damage on Savage Revenge. Is there a valid land for Savage Revenge for that, though? E5? But the coastal lands are gonna steal all the towns, so you don't have the third water, right? No. Also, I have 0 energy right now. That's a mistake. Is it a mistake? There's no Mountains Ravage I can do things for anyway. Oh well. Let's just spread the hazards. That's fun. Why wouldn't you not spread hazards? Earth. Unlock the gates! There's no earth here. You have lots of destroyed presence. Yes, you do. Yeah, you do. So I can just use it here to kill a town. Or I could actually get a city killed in the Ravage. Okay, I accept that one. Spread those hazards. Always be spreading. The Badlands are all over the coast. That was the point of the game, right? If every coastal land has a Badlands, this is the scenario that wants that, right? What do you mean it's not that? What do you mean the scenario is not that? But yeah, like, I'm in this land. Okay, well, I'll go there then. There's this scenario for spreading hazards. No, what I was talking about board the shores. It doesn't really matter. I'll do that one. On each board, add an explorer to a land with blight. On each board, push up to 2 explorers or 1 town from a land with beasts. In each land with buildings, 1 damage per Dahan, then each surviving building deals 1 damage to Dahan. Defend, strife apply normally. Okay. So explorer to a land with blight. Oh, we didn't do anything for G1 at all. But 1 damage per Dahan. So actually, that takes care of that. Also, there's Badlands in there, which means I could just do that. And I mean, oh, but this is defend 20, so like that's sick. I killed, I don't know, the city has 2 health, doesn't it? I think it does. What is the rule? Like, if it's two pips on the face-up side, so it has 2 health, I think is how that works. Yeah, because they did 2 damage, 1 to an explorer, 1 to the city, so oh well. You can go in that land. On each board, push up 2 explorers or town from a land with beasts. So it's only this board. And you have to actually push these explorers. 1 can go in there. I will die to the Dahan. The other could as well. It's not going to die to Dahan, but the Dahan won't die. I could just put it here. Never mind. And then, oh, but lands with buildings, right? So actually they don't do the thing. Fair enough. It's these 2 lands. So this Dahan died. But before he died... No, he didn't die because only the building deals damage. Read the card. Read the card. Each player adds strife in a land with presence. Each spirit gains energy per sacred site they have in lands with invaders. We have some of those. Strife in land with presence. Wait, are these the only... Oh, yeah, these are the only buildings left. I just noticed. We could... Oh, no, sorry, there's a building here. All right, put it there. Put it there. And there's no reason to strife this land because it's ravaging. So I'll strife this explorer. Each player adds strife in a different land with at least 2 invaders. Then each invader takes 1 damage per strife it has. Oh. I will strife this town and it dies. Not really much reason to strife in here because I can't kill both the city and the town. Oh no, sorry, the city has 1 health. You think I just win? Sorry, this town's surviving. I am too far away from tier level 3. There's also an invisible town. Oh. And also that. Right. Right. Okay. Because that didn't happen the way I thought it did. Okay. Untended land crumbles. Each invader phase. On each board, add a blight to a land adjacent to blight. Spirits may prevent this on all boards. Each board to be protected requires jointly paying 3 energy or destroying 1 presence from that board. And I could stop it. I could be like, we could either pay 3 energy or I can pay 1 energy. All right, anyway, cascades. Fun. Where can this even go? It's gonna be a triple cascade, no matter what. So it's gonna destroy presence here, 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 it's gonna destroy presence here. So the closest safe ones are here, here. Yeah, those 2. So it's either beeline over here, destroy a vengeance and a stone, or go over here, destroy 2 stones, 2 vengeances. So I guess I go this way. I'll take from the box though. Why not? And now this board has 4 blades, so it's still... Yeah, still does the escalation. Maybe I should not allow that build, actually. Should I? Actually, if I stop this build, maybe it's just easier to deal with stuff. Maybe. Maybe. Jungle. Click a land, add a town. That town. It's probably gonna be gobbled up. No? Oh, because it, right, no, it's the build that does the thing, right? Okay. Duh. Rules. So, we still have... There's nothing in there. We killed everything in there. Yay! And again, this is the fast stone slow vengeance, although half slow. Coastal ravage jungle build. There's no blight in here. Also, I'm not in that land. I'm not in this land. There's not many lands I'm in that has things. This land, but it's only 1 damage. And it has to be a land with buildings anyway, so it's fantastic. I can't really do much. Alright. I will assert dominance. I will put disease here. No. I'll put disease here. I didn't gain an element here, but I think it didn't matter, right? Because I needed a stone and an earth and a sun to get this. Okay. So, we are now going up this track again. You're reclaiming all. You're energy starved. Scream disease into the wind. Disease! Disease! Or I take this. Or this. These give fire and animal. This gives fire, animal, and water. Do we want a really hot epidemic? Also, it adds disease. Why would you not click on the thing that adds disease? Because the other thing also adds disease, I guess. You're playing 3 cards. You also might want energy. TBH. And repeat a power card. And an E1 is scary. It has no disease. But we can prevent the Dahan from dying, whatever that does. I don't know what it does. Also, as long as I get this threshold, we are spending 2 energy per turn on stone. So I have to be careful with energy this turn. So I guess I'm definitely doing that. And if I have the presence there, then we don't have to worry about bad things. These lands are bad too, though. There's lots of bad. There's bad all the way down. I guess I could take claim. So defending E1 is good because that stops a blight. I guess. I don't know. Stopping the cascades are more important. I can claim G1. I can block a Ravage in G2. So I think that's okay then. So I'll put this presence here so I could decide whether I want to spend the energy to do the thing. I want to take claim back. Now, if I play these cards, I don't have much energy left. But I can give myself 3 energy. I also don't have to play all these powers. Although getting the repeat on this could be cool. Like doing an E1 just kills E1, right? Like if I deal half the damage invaders did twice, I'm pretty sure half times 2 is 1, right? Hashtag math. I can just give myself 3 energy. I don't have to repeat. I I mean, it's kind of silly to play that period if you're just doing it to give yourself 3 energy, right? Unless it's giving you something, but it's not really. It's giving me a sun, I guess, so I get the repeat on that. Okay. But in terms of energy, oh, I don't have a plant. Oh, but I have an any. So the blight card doesn't actually destroy presence as long as stone spends energy. So it's 2, right? Yeah. So you spend 2 energy there. How many presences or how many energies need to be spent to do blight? I guess we don't have to do that, but it's here and here though. So 2. So we have enough energy for that. Okay, cool. So we want to skip ravage actions in G2. And we could throw a defend 5 somewhere if we wanted. Like doing it in E3 stops, like it stops the blight, but that part doesn't matter, but it also saves the Dahan, which is actually important because it kills the town. So I can support that. So another animal, and we do more damage per disease in a land where that would make sense. I don't know if there is a land where that makes sense. I guess it kills the town in E4, for instance. Another fire, and we do 1 damage. That one's not really super important. So I guess I just want the animal. I could just do this one since I don't really need the fire. Alright, so claim. Gives me a minor power. When blight is added to target land, it doesn't cascade. Or add a badlands, a beasts, a disease, a strife, a wilds, and a blight. But I could do stuff with that. That's cool. That one's cool. I like that one. I'm clicking that one. It sounds fun. I didn't have the threshold. Oh, I did have the threshold on that. Oh. Can I... Oh, shit. I don't think I can go back now. Oh, shit. Because I revealed information. Shit. Because I don't want to skip the actions because I wanted to do millions of damage in that land. Shit. I guess I could still deal millions of damage. I'm just not claiming. Oh, I was claiming here. No, it's fine. I wanted to claim here. Wait. I can't claim here now? Oh, they wouldn't do damage anyway, you're right. Oh, and yeah, I targeted this land. Yeah, so I have to put the presence there. Okay. Well, that is not what I wanted to do. I hit the wrong land. And I can't undo because John sucks. But I can Power Storm and do it this way. At great cost. Might need to do that, though. But yeah, I screwed that up. Although wasn't I defending... Oh, I was defending 5 here, but maybe I don't... No, I think I still do that. Skip Ravage actions. But there's nothing... There's not enough damage there. Why am I skipping Ravage actions? Was I skipping Ravage actions here and then I changed my mind? What am I even doing in this game? I don't even know. I don't even know. Well, I was killing this town, I think, was my thought. On that one, at least. Hold fast. Yeah, so this isn't actually doing what I wanted it to do because I'm an idiot. Actually, no, because I wanted to do defense one here. I wanted this ravage to happen. I didn't want to defend this at all. I hit the wrong land, so I was going to do this here with no defend. But I hit the wrong land. I wanted to do claim here. I didn't want to do claim there, so I was right the first time. I just clicked the wrong land. Yeah, I don't really have a use for this. But I don't think we can have that triple cascade happen is the problem. So I guess, can I turn off this for the repeat? But they don't damage the land if I do that, though. Okay. Is there any coastal land where damage is going to happen? Only this one. And it's not even happening, but it could maybe. No other land. So I'll hit it again, because why not? And so we do have to destroy presence because I don't have energy. Or I could just place blade. But then I still can't spend energy to prevent the, or to take it from the box. So I could just take it from the box. Fine. Terrible drought parches the land. 4 energy per player aided by water. I can discard for that, I guess. Add presence to one of their lands with Dahan. That will give me a power card. Assuming I'm in the land with Dahan. I am. Okay, we're both in E5, yeah. Otherwise, we put a Blight in Sands. Which... every single land in G is blighted. So we could do it in E1, and we could do it G3 into E4. Or even into E3. There's no blight in there, and it doesn't destroy a presence. That's 3 blight, and we don't lose. But things have -1 health till the end of the turn. That could be a win condition, actually. Assuming we have damage, which we don't actually have damage in the slow phase, do we? Yikes. We have some, but not enough. Let's just ease the drought. Whatever. Whatever. Presence in a land with Dahan. I think, oh, there's 2 valid lands here. 3. I'm gonna put it in this one. And there are 2 earth cards. Let's take the minor power one. We can get you to... You're really energy starved right now, so I think I'm just gonna take energy. And I think that's the only valid land. Beasts deal 2 damage. Remove anything that destroys buildings. Ravage, defend 1. Strife and land with Dahan. Invaders have -1 health per strife. So like this -1 will persist past the ravage because we're not ravaging there, but land with blight. This has no blight, so I can't hit it with that. There's not really much reason to put more than 1 strife on that then. Nest defended. Yeah, there's not really many targets for this. Just stop the builds. Stop the builds. Stop the builds. Okay, 2 damage, add Badlands, remove Blight in target land from the game. Range from Sacred Site. Also fear and add disease. This island is turning into a bad land. Are we reclaiming here or powering through? Still have destroy presence. I'd like to win in the fast phase if possible. You don't have really good powers for that. You don't really have good powers for that either. Are also fully grown. But for you to gain a power card, you have to do growth option 3. Skip ravage actions. And the mountain wetland builds. There's not too many towns left, but how far away from tier level 3? 8 fear. If I can just get 8 fear and kill the city, we win. Is that what I should try to do? There's no disease in this land. They're not ravaging it in that land, so I can't use stone. There's no Badlands or Blight. You could add a Blight by using flow like water. Actually, we can put a disease in there with hazards. We power storm hazards, and you also get this threshold that's 6 damage per disease. And generates 2 fear. Killing the city and the town is 3 fear, so that's 5 fear. We need 3 more. We get a fear with fiery vengeance. And if I could somehow play Indomitable Claim, we can get 3 fear if I get the threshold on it, which if I just take the any for sun, then that works. But I have to also play Flow Like Water for that to work. I do have 5 plays. I'd have to reclaim all. So let's see if there's a way to make this work then. I don't know where I want this presence to move, if anywhere. Presence to mountain or land with presence. Let's say I take this and move it over there for no real good reason. I have 6 energy. So like one thought was I was going to power storm flow like water, but then I can't claim. And I also would want, do I want the threshold on flow like water? Does that do anything? It adds it brings splate, which is why we wanted that. So I need a water for that. I have an any I can just use, or plays, like I can play that one. Obviously fast powers would be nice. I can't put a disease down because I don't have the energy. Oh, I have 1 energy left, so I can actually use that to put a disease down. I'm not repeating. Or was I oh, we got +3 energy off this. Okay, so if I'm repeating flow like water to bring an extra blight, or I could repeat hazards to put an extra disease, it doesn't really matter. I presume it's a reclaim here, but 3 fire, 3 water. You have 0 water. All your water's in there. So yeah, it has to be reclaim all on there. And some of those waters are on fires, so you will get to 3 fire pretty easily. And they also have animals, so you might not even need the 2 extra elements. Well, you can only get to 4, so yeah, you do need an extra element somewhere. So let's just hit this and take a minor. Something with fire, water, animal, which is none of these. Push a blight. I guess. I don't know. But for me to hit this threshold, I want to play all the fire water cards that I can afford. Can't do unlock the gates. But I have 3 fire. I need 1 more water. I need 2 more animals. So really just any water card. Do any of these generate fear? I have to generate fear somehow. Fiery Vengeance. Wow. So there was fear here, but I can't afford that. Unless I somehow don't need Power Storm. Do I have this threshold? I do. And I need an extra sun. So I get that. So I get 3 fear there. Bring up to 2 blight, but there's only 1 blight in those lands. If I could somehow push a blight, then that would be cool, but I needed all these water cards. I'm using this to give animal to vengeance. Those are the 3 water cards I can afford. I mean, I guess I could play this one, but it's slow, so it's not good timing. So let's just see. So if I do this, don't think it has to be you, but I just need to bring a blight. And I'll take a Dahan. Why not? Because it dies. That's why not. It just doesn't matter. But then we're doing this. Oh, but we need the thing first. So you take animal. And I can take whatever the frick I want, but it doesn't matter. Because I have all the thresholds. So, like, fire. Oh, but I don't have energy. Oh. Right, I can't put a disease in there because I don't have the energy. And I needed that disease, didn't I? Which means I can't claim. Oh, crap. I don't have enough energy for all this. Rude. Okay, so let me go back here. Let's play Power Storm. I guess if I can generate fear in the Ravage, but there's not really that much fear in the Ravage. Do this. Do that. Take that. Take that. Put the disease. Yeah, that disease is important because I can't hit this land without that. So you get that. I guess you can repeat 3 cards if you target yourself. So then this means I can do this to gather more for... I don't know if it actually matters. I can repeat this. I can repeat this, but there's no purpose to that. But now Epidemics generates fear. Yeah, so we're 3 fear off. Well, I give myself 2 energy. Because then I could do this. But yeah, we're 3 fear off. Two fear off. Yeah, we kind of just have to rely on the event, I guess. Wait. Didn't I use this? I did. Destroy presence. Hello? I'm directly destroying presence. Hello, McFly? Whatever. Looks like a bug. All right, I'll submit it. I'll be honest, I'm kind of tired right now. I don't really feel like typing it all the details. So sue me if it's not enough information. Okay. During the ravage step on each board, skip one ravage action and land where Dahan outnumber buildings. On each land with beasts, damage for beasts. For each board, one fear if any Dahan are in lands with buildings. That's a fear. Add 2 strife in land not matching a ravage card. That's not really helpful. Well, at least they're not putting cities down with this, right? So as long as we get the fear... Okay, maybe I was overly worried about trying to win in the fast phase. As long as they're not building any cities. Which they're not. Okay. One fear if invaders are present. Well, it's not enough. One fear, add disease. Okay, whatever. Fear, disease. Fear and... Push. Push. Skip. Yay, we won! Okay. So that finally ended. 10 for victory, 15 for difficulty, 6 for the 3 remaining invader cards, 4 for the 9 surviving Dahan, -9 for the 18 blight. That's a lot of blight. I'm worn out, so I'm ready to head out. Plus I've been streaming for 2 hours, 44 minutes, so it's good enough for me. Thanks for watching, everyone. As I said at the start of the stream, my streams are going to be a bit wonky moving forward as my work schedule is not consistent. I don't have a guaranteed Thursday night off, it seems like, and I'm happy with that. I love my job. I love my promotion. I'm happy with where I'm in life right now. It's just difficult to have a consistent streaming schedule. So moving forward, we'll either... I haven't decided whether I will just stream on a random day in the week or I'll stream on Thursdays if I'm not working. I'm not sure which will work best for y'all, but that's what's going to happen on my end. But be sure to check out Handelabra Live whenever Handelabra Live is. I don't know what time they are on anymore. I know it's Tuesday, but they changed the time and I haven't been keeping up with it because work. But yep, I'm done. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed your stay. I'll see you guys around later. Bye.